In scene 2, this was going into the classroom scene, and me multi-rolling as the teacher, up until I say your coach is waiting, which is when we're about to get onto the coach and set up the scene 3 for the coach. My strengths were using my body language to completely change the character I was, and I did this quite well when I was going through the register. Another strength of mine was reacting to certain things the students said, or how they reacted. So when Jaden storms out, after Raphael has asked him about the karate and if his mum and dad could take him as well, I had a bit of shock on my face and I was looking for him, and then I kind of thought, he does this all the time, and went back to my work. That was kind of my idea around it. Also, another strength was when I had the spare time to when it was a blackout, to quickly go off stage, find my glasses so I could put them on and really embrace the teacher role, and then coming on and kind of asserting my dominance as a teacher figure, as a bit of a role model, but to also, I walked on stage and almost asserted my dominance to show that I am higher and I am more in charge than the students are. I did this by walking down stage, and using big body language to show that I am here and I'm here to do my job. Weaknesses in this scene was probably moving set. There was a part where I have to introduce Soraya and I sit down as the Neverborn, but I moved my chair backwards a little bit, which I just shouldn't have done because it made it look a little bit more tacky and a little bit not as realistic. So I could have really worked on that. Also, another weakness was when I was the teacher and Amelia corrected me on my spelling mistake, I could have come in a little bit to the light because I moved over and showed everyone my board with the spelling mistake on it, but I was very much in the dark, so it would have been hard for many of the real world cast to see, as well as the audience if they were further away. My last weakness was probably when, at the same part as my second weakness, when Amelia corrected me on my spelling mistake, my reaction wasn't that big. So I could have really worked on that, making my reaction more like a lot bigger and a bit more offended. If I was to perform this again, I wouldn't move the chair, and I would be a bit more pliable with where the chair was, so no matter where it was, I'd know how to deal with it. I would also, for the spelling mistake bit, I would move in so they could see that. It would make it more realistic if I moved into the light, so the light shone on the board and the audience could see that I had actually made a spelling mistake. Also, I would probably ask if I could sit in, when I had spare time, to sit in a few lessons, more academic lessons, so I could see, kind of get a feel for a teacher's reactions to certain things students say, and I'd like make notes, and so I could really get a feel of how to act in certain situations.